Okay, cool. That actually works. Wow, studio mode's pretty awesome. Hey, everybody. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on the internet lands. I'm recovering from a cold, so I'm going to be a little snuffly. Going to be seeing me wipe my nose a little bit. But I will be your GM today. And we're going to be playing It's Never Sunny in Doskvol. One of our players couldn't make it, but instead of canceling, or instead of just going on without her, I was like, I know some people who are interested in trying out Blades and want to try it and play. Why don't I invite them on for a session? Give the old spinaroo. So with us today is our guest, DoctorWreckage.
Hi! You've seen me before. I've been on this channel. It's great pleasure and fun. We play the Dark Blades. I will be the Knife of Dunwall. I mean Duskvol. I'm very excited. And what I'm very excited to do is to play Blades in the Dark so that I can finally tell Kelsa that her favorite system is bad. I know I don't think that that's what'll happen, but I've never played Blades in the Dark, and Eric and Kelsa, we often in the behind the scenes of TTRPG production, where all of us people who go up on camera talk about you, the audience, behind your back. We also often talk about systems, and Kelsa will never shut up about Blades in the Dark. Neither will Eric. Actually, Eric's always talking about Blades in the Dark. So I'm going to try it today for the first time ever, and then I will pass my forever judgment upon it.
Awesome. Because, I think that's perfectly reasonable. You're going to spend a couple hours playing with us, and then you can you're an expert, right?
No, yeah, definitely. I will be able to, in this not only limited amount of time, but throwaway episode, judge the entirety of the system on all of its merits, in all of its dimensions, from all perspectives.
Yeah, right? I feel like that's pretty valid.
Yep.
We are on the internet. That's
true. You are an expert.
It seems legit to me.
We're all experts on the internet. Yeah, so, Paul, what's up?
What's up is that summer is over and it's getting dark and cold. And
yeah, isn't that great?
I
live in Seattle. It's fucking amazing.
Well,
you don't have real seasons.
No, we don't.
I mean, it's not the worst, but I live in Canada, and there's worse places in Canada, but it's gonna be fucking cold. And yeah.
Are you you're on the East Coast time, right?
Yeah.
So are you north of Greenland? Are you in the Arctic Circle? Are you playing from a boat right now?
Not.
My geography of Canada is pretty good, so I feel like it's the only.
He has a gyroscope in his camera so that you can't tell that he's bobbing with the waves.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would tell you that I live in the nation's capital area, but that doesn't mean anything to anyone who's not from Canada.
Oh, Gotham. You live in Gotham.
Yeah.
I know where that is, but I've been there, so.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
That's one person.
I would love to live in Canada.
I'm just giving you guys jokes.
The difference here between summer and winter
it's
normal
huge.
degrees is 60 degrees. It gets really hot and really cold here.
Yeah, I have friends who live in the Great Lakes region, and it's very similar. Summers are just fucking ungodly hot, and winters are just deathly cold.
I also live in the Great Lakes region.
Yeah. Awesome.
As do I.
My mom refuses to come in winter anymore. She's like, it's too cold. I'm not
but
I
it's
love you.
So
but
great.
I'm not it anymore.
We get to dash through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Through the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God.
What?
Please no.
No.
It's September. Can we not?
Yeah, I'm so excited for fall, and then fall is my favorite season, far and away.
It was fun in the Netherlands, but here it's a month and then it's winter. It's
yeah, a little bit. So yeah. Hey, how about our last guest, but not least? Certainly not by a long shot.
Not a guest.
Friend, compatriot, Asteyni. What's up?
Hello. I went to a play last night and I won a tiny little trophy.
Ooh!
For going to a play for
You
best
get
audience
prize?
member.
What?
It was it's like a murder mystery, but it was like based on like an award show. So they basically got names from the audience and then filled in with like parody and joke like productions that they did.
Oh.
So I won an award for best direction in a story about underwear.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
No, that makes. Was it a documentary or was it like? It was like the movie with the tire that kills people and it was underwear.
It was an off Broadway production called Skid Row, apparently.
Oh.
Skid Row.
Yeah,
I didn't. Underwear. Oh.
I didn't pick that.
Oh, okay.
See, I was okay. Yeah. Well, isn't that the name? That's in Seattle, isn't it? This is really. See, once again, my history and geography is failing as my normal thinking men brains are being submerged in mucus and sickness.
I don't.
It's called Skid Row because of the timber that was the downhill part. No,
it's a joke, Eric. Skid Row, because
because of underwear.
Yeah.
Oh
right.
God.
Because when you don't. Yeah, when you don't.
All right, it's gonna be one of these days,
I
Eric.
think we've got it.
It's gonna be one of these days.
Long session.
Got it. Nailed it. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Took us so seriously. That was great.
What is that? Oh, what is that?
So if we want to, can we go ahead and quickly remind everyone who we're playing today? Also, can we just maybe let's go around reverse order. So Asteyni, remind us who you are, and then.
Okay, sure. So I am playing Vale. I'm the Slide. I'm the beautiful, mysterious, masked noblewoman who is the only person in this group right now with a head for business, the only person who is tempering all of this unbridled ambition, and the only person keeping us all out of jail. And failed to do that once, but I wasn't really trying. I kept myself out of jail. Everyone else went to jail, but it's fine.
Everybody did their nickel.
Well, including me, who is playing Seer. I am a leech, an alchemist, and where Vale talks a lot, I do a lot, and then maybe it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. But that's the fun in life. I keep this business afloat by my actions, and my words are really not the best. But luckily, there's usually two ladies who steer me clear. So hopefully this time, with our new member.
Hold on. Yeah, with our new member, we'll get there in just 1 second. I'm sorry, I updated my computer right before streaming, and apparently, like, I can't get on Google Docs anymore, like without downloading it. No, wait, there we go. Okay. No, never mind. We're fine. Everything's fine. I got my notes open. I keep my GM notes in Google Docs, so I was like, okay, I guess we're just doing this from the seat of my pants. But sorry. Okay, let's introduce our new character, Wreckage. Who are you playing today?
I am not a female. To round out the typical gendered cast, I am playing the Whisper, Aedric Aaron, and well, I'm a one-off guest. So the nature of my relationship to the rest of the party will be basically that we happen to be interacting for this episode. Perhaps that'll lead to future interactions when other people are not around, other guest spots. But for now...
Yeah. So we walk down the street and it's like, you look trustworthy, let's go!
Well, actually, that Eric had 40 or so minutes to figure out what the prompt is that brings us together.
Spoilers. I spent 0 of those minutes doing this.
Okay, spoiler alert.
Instead, I took care of the dogs and started cooking some short ribs. So,
I remember he was like,
"Don't worry, I got it."
I only have like 40 minutes to come up with this, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna make a burrito. You let me know how that goes, Eric." And then I walked away, and then I came back now, and it's
yeah. You guys want to know a secret? Another secret? I basically improv everything I've ever done. So
I mean, that's my favorite way to GM anything.
I just don't. That's why I wish I could do prep streams, but I just don't because I'm lazy.
I feel that.
I don't have my notes. Like you should like I'm under the John Harper school of GMing, I guess. Like you should have saw his notes for his Breakers game. It was literally one paragraph. It's just like, and most of that was a rule that he was going to incorporate into the game. Like
none of
like this doesn't matter. Like I don't know, just make it up.
I mean that is very much the same for me. I don't. There are many games that I take 0 notes for. So the fact that you even take notes is more than I often do.
I have a horrible time remembering NPCs. That's the only thing I do is write people's NPCs names down and that kind of stuff because that's what's to me is like important to like reincorporate elements. Anything that I want to like reincorporate, I write down.
I remember NPCs names pretty easily, and then what I'll forget is that so and so hated them for some reason. Like it's like, oh yeah, it's this person again. It's like, yeah, I hate that person. It's like, all right, thanks for reminding me that you hated that person for no reason.
Yeah, exactly, right. So I'm not worried about it.
They met them, and then they immediately decided whether they liked them or not, because that's how things get decided.
Right, yeah, just like how I'm going to immediately decide whether or not I like Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, right. Snap judgments. It's the only way to live.
So we're at the dog park, and we're eating our short rib lunch.
Right.
No. So here's where we're gonna start our episode today. This is, this might be like a couple days or so after the events of last time we met. Oh wait, we have to do a previously on.
Previously on It's Never Sunny in Duskvol.
Yeah. So well, actually, I made a mechanic for the game for this.
Oh.
If you want to give the prologue about what happened last session and kind of leading up to what's going on now, you can recover 1 point of stress for doing it, which is pretty good in this game because stress is sort of like your hit points, kind of like your flexibility in terms of making yourself be awesome.
Oh, yeah, so. No. That's great.
Well, as much as I would love to, I think there is also the rule that you can't do it twice in a row.
Yeah.
So I guess that means I have to?
Because I don't know what happened.
Well, you don't have to. It's just that you won't get... Yeah, you don't have to do it.
I just mean if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be me.
The plan to start the banana stand didn't quite go well, and we didn't break our father out of prison yet, and we hid the chandelier in Mexico.
So, as I recall it, rather than banana plantation or whatever, Seer and I were going to meet with one of Jewel's friends, who she had reason to believe was responsible for making those fake documents that those Skovlanders were using to get into Doskvol, and kind of started that whole racist situation with the billhooks, and now we're trying to distance ourselves from the billhooks and all that stuff. And
yeah, just slight correction. The racist thing was kind of always there since the Unity War of Skovland, but this flared it. This flared, yeah. This is it for sure.
Particular, we're gonna go beat up a bunch of Skovlanders at the docks, and because of this thing that happened, like there was a flare.
Multiple things happened. Yeah. One, that guy did his thing. 2, you broke the leader, the racist guy, out of prison by helping the billhooks. Like that's who they were going for when you did that job that you helped him with. Like this was all accumulating into this because of the events. Anyways.
So anyway, we were able to talk our way into meeting with Kelsa, Jewel's spymaster friend. Though we didn't actually meet with him, we were talking to him through Ascending Stone, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to give him up because I figured he would be more valuable as an ally as opposed to the billhooks, who seem like they're causing a whole lot of trouble and we don't want them to take us down. And he kind of gave us a warning that, you know, them being racist bastards is real bad for business and you might want to keep your distance. So we brought that information back to Jewel, and we were like, hey, maybe we should distance ourselves from the billhooks. Then the billhooks come knocking and say, hey, we need your best guys. We're going to war. And Jewel's like, I'm suiting up. And we're all like, what the fuck, Jewel? And so Jewel and Seer go with this guy, and I think they were I kind of cut out a little bit there, but they were like going to meet with the group of them, and then they kind of got cut off, like they got attacked.
Yeah, somebody was attacking the some Skovlin ninjas is, I believe, the term Kelsa used. Were attacking the billhooks. Obviously, this was a retaliatory thing for what they were doing earlier. And you guys were like on your way, and you kind of got like caught in the middle of an engagement. And
they managed to break out of it. They didn't die. They took out some of these Skovlander ninjas, and then they're like, you know what? That's enough. We've done our part, and they just went home.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty much where we ended it.
Yeah, no, that's about right. Cool.
Before we start play, I want to say that this is the most profoundly gorgeous overlay that I have ever played under, upon, through, inside of.
Really?
Yes, this is it's real pretty. I'm used to a background and some boxes at the most. This this really goes to the nth degree.
Oh, I endeavor to bring you guys some good stuff, so I appreciate that. Also, your face is off the camera, but
it's always off the camera. Don't worry about it. My camera's too zoomed in, so I can't.
So anytime you like shift, you go off screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah. It's zoomed out as much as it can be, but it's also very close to me. So any amount of movement that I do ends up with me being very much far off screen.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I have a similar thing. But no, thank you for the kind words for my screen. I worked really hard on it, so it feels good. Yeah, so we're going to start a couple days after that, right? We're going to start with... This is... you guys are looking for somebody... So you guys, meaning Vale and Seer. You guys are on the run right now. We're starting with you guys on the run, being chased down by a ghost.
Why?
That's just where we're starting today. And the ghost... boy, it's not like a normal ghost. The ghost has sort of spectral wings. It has sort of like that evil, that picture of that bat kind of thing on it. And it's like hunting you guys down through the streets. And you guys are on the run. Let's say you're in familiar territory. You're in Six Towers. It's you guys are coming back from somewhere. What do you guys do? You guys are right now. You guys are like booking it away from this thing.
I make sure that my Spirit Bane charm is fastened around my neck.
Yeah, you certainly have it. You clutch that Spirit Bane charm. It's like danger, 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 or whatever your Spirit Bane charm would do to warn you of ominous presence. It's absolutely doing its thing. What does it look? What is it? What does it? So I imagine spirit. So something in Blades is that there's things called Spirit Bane charms. I don't think there's a one size fits all for Spirit Bane charms. I think they're different. So I want to know what yours is and what does it look like. Obviously, your clutch. It's something around your neck, but like, and what is it doing when it activates?
So I kind of envision it as like a gold necklace with like a thick gold chain, kind of like you might see like on a pocket watch, like just really thick and solid. And kind of like a heavier golden cross.
I muted the
maybe?
stream, don't worry.
Like maybe it's like, because
Yeah.
like maybe it's like a relic from before the apocalypse type thing happened, and so like it's maybe some kind of rosary or something.
So it has some sort of like religious backing that keeps it as a ward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
something
I
fake.
think like maybe like the stones in it start to glow when.
Okay. Yeah, they're glowing. They're glowing for fucking sure here. Cool. What about you, Liefington? What about you, Seer? What's Seer doing here?
I'm probably just running really fast. I'm probably faster than Vale, but I'm like, I don't really want to leave her behind too far. But I'm like we have to go through here and then through there, and then we take a right on the third, and then there's a place that's like totally ghost warded, and then we can hide out there. So I'm like trying to navigate 6 towers as my familiar turf to this place where like ghosts can't come in there. So we should get there as fast as we can, like pointing the way for Vale.
Okay, so you're gonna lead the way to like a safe place.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it's a thing I can do, but like we're nowhere near anywhere I ghost warded. So
yeah.
To go to a friend's house. Right?
I love it because also, you know, you have a thing about ghosts, so like you would totally have this place set up, right? Like just in case.
Yep.
So or like you know where one is. Like it's
Well,
basically like your spectral fallout shelter, right?
Yeah, but like I don't have one. Like I know a guy that totally has one.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's what I had pictured as in terms of Seer and what he would do. Yeah, he would know a guy. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just running for it. I have those long ass legs.
Can you give me an engagement roll here? So
Sure.
I think this would be just 3d6 right now, given the circumstances of this powerful ghost hunting you guys down. Your knowledge of 6 towers. Oh, you got a 6. Perfect. So it's easy for you guys. Yeah, I think. Now, if you're cool with this, Wreckage, I think this might be something that you might be the person that he knows that you have this place. Okay.
So it's like I'm sitting there. There's it's
well, yeah.
It's the shop front window, right? Like where with the window, and then painted on, it's Aedric Aaron, apparition aficionado, like, and then underneath it's ghost guy schools, specter spirits, and like etc. There's a whole list of things that I'll take care of, and there's a front door with a bell, and it's just I'm in the back room or whatever, and I hear slam open, slam shut, and I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. So, something that I was entertaining, because we actually never really talked about this. You guys both have an academic background, so I think maybe Seer, you might know him through the same school, or you might, like that's how. And since you're in the same area, I feel like that might have been how you got in touch with him. I'll let you guys kind of figure that stuff out. Yeah, but like
Aedric, MD.
Yeah.
Theology.
So, well, yeah, you'll hear about it in a little bit. But yeah, okay.
1 minute, I'll be right with you. Don't touch anything.
Yeah. So Vale and Seer, you guys are in this shop. What does the front of the shop look like? Is it like full of like bric-a-brac stuff, like oddities, or is it like?
Oh, you got to put on a show for the clientele. So there's like a front room that has a desk that would have a secretary if I could afford to hire one. And it, there's charms and banes and, like shriveled hands in jars and like
ointments and stuff. Yeah.
And what's the
word? Unctures?
Tinctures and tinctures against, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like spent and used, so that is to say no longer useful, like actual spirit jars and stuff, like the the assortments of like, oh well, I'm just a naive customer who's going to come in here and then be immediately filled with confidence that this man knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, that's certainly no. I love it because I had the opportunity in Seattle to walk into one of those types of stores, only it was for weed, and it's the same thing though. It's like, oh, there's a million cajillion things that you need to know.
It's like, look at all this paraphernalia that
Yeah.
we put in the front of shop, not because, like,
And it's all marketed, right? And so
Yeah.
it's like bombarding you with these like things that you have no like experience with because you don't know ghosts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the best analogy, but like I see the sense of sort of like wonderment. I wonder what Sear's feeling though, because like how much do you know about ghosts versus how much do you fear them, right?
God.
You can just make something up. There's no role here. This is just like your backstory.
Yeah, right. I think ghost is a thing that like, yeah, he fears it. It's a supernatural thing that's like way more powerful, but it's not on the level of like his paranoia and fear of demons, right? Like that's his number one thing. So ghosts are like budget demons.
Right.
This
Budget
year.
demons, yeah.
Which is, I mean, they're so like super scary and shit. If they're behind you, but like, you know, you put up an electric fence and they can't get in anymore. Like
They're a pest, right?
Like kind of shitty.
They're a nuisance,
easy
right?
peasy.
Yeah, they're literally like a pest instead of a threat.
But you know, if there's one after you, you fucking run. Right?
Yeah, right. So this
You don't
sort
look
of
back.
yeah, this bat-like ghost is hunting you guys down.
Yep. Does it
You-
does it have like a fedora and a cane by chance?
No. But when you like enter the shop, right, and you shut the door, you including Aedric, you feel like the store like rumble, and you hear like you hear like a shriek, and you see like a shadow kind of like hit the glass and like kind of go across the floor and like through the other side of the room, and it like fades away, it's like it took flight, but its shadow somehow like went through the room, and so it like you felt this like force, this wave of darkness as you hear this like bat monster like cry out as it flies away.
I'm like, Aedric, like yelling in the store.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm with an experiment. It's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. Whatever your problem is, it can wait.
Aedric, put it in your pants. Let's go.
Sorry, I was.
actually gone.
I saw a giant spider and I was actually trying to catch it.
Yeah, you should take care of that spider, dog.
No, I lost it. It's gone.
Oh,
forever.
that's even worse. Oh god.
Oh no, there it is. Fuck. Yeah, it's a quick one too. No, it's a very important experiment, and now it's going underneath my electrical cables, and I'll never get it.
This blending of roleplay and realism is too much for me.
No. Like you hear like something fall off of a shelf, crash.
I like to imagine that he is actually trying to catch a spider in character as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a very important experiment, but there's a goddamn spider getting in my fucking thing.
So,
I wouldn't be able to play if I knew there was a spider right there, dude. So.
maybe.
And
maybe,
I have
like,
kobolds in my house, so just let it go.
And
All right, the good news is that it's heading to my mom's room, so it's her problem now.
Okay. Primo. All right. So yeah, so these two guys show up to your shop, Aedric.
Well, so I come upstairs. You know, I walk up more things fall off of shelves. And you know, there's a as I walk upstairs. Door slam, sound of key and lock. And then from the back of house, you know, there's the beaded curtain or whatever, and I open it up and says, Welcome to Aedric Aaron's Apparition Aficionado Store. How may I owe it to you, sir? What do you need?
And Seer's like out of breath, like, one sec.
Oh, and who's this charming vision?
Yeah, describe what you look like, Vale.
I am a creepy woman in all black with a mask.
This presumably charming vision.
Maybe it's what you're into.
I mean, I have masks.
It is a very
We all wear masks.
looking bejeweled mask. I should.
Yeah.
Well, this is, money. The money light goes off. Money. Perhaps you are bringing me a customer. Is there some spectral issue that my expertise can resolve?
I just kind of look at you side eyes through like beneath my mask, and then I turn to Seer and I say, "So how long do you think we have to stay here?"
But I'm like looking at you, like, yeah, that's the guy. You can take care of that ghost, you know.
I lean in close and say, "But we don't have any money."
Shh. Don't tell him.
Okay, so you want me to talk it up? All right.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. We have a bit of a ghost problem. Seer says you might be able to help.
Well, I did do my doctoral thesis on, though Seer wouldn't really know about any of that. The point is, I am an expert on all things ghostly, apparitions, spirits, specters, etc. What seems to be the problem?
It looks like a bat and it's chasing us.
Apropos of nothing.
We have like chucked the guy in the sea. And
Seer,
he's
shut up!
haunting
Shut
us a
up.
little
Seer.
bit.
This is all bad. This is all signs pointing to bad for you, by the way. Contextually, this is bad.
So I'm new to the Blades in the Dark system.
Yeah, that's all you need to know, that this is fucking bad.
Yeah. So they're being chased by a bat monster style ghost.
Sorry, ask your question and then I might be able to help you.
Is there like is there a way to cross-reference, like study my books? Is there something like, can I begin a cursory like, oh yes, bat-like ghosts that are blah blah blah. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, no. So you would know a little bit already, right? Like, I'll give you some stuff that you would know based on your story and stuff like that. But if you really wanted to know more or whatever, then you could describe how you have a book or you know more, right? And then we can do a roll or something for that, right?
Sure. Yeah. Give me the
So
cursory.
like the cursory knowledge off the cuff. Boy, this is like a fucking spooky ass revenant.
Ooh, Revenant.
In terms of
Good movie.
deadliness and stuff, it's pretty high up there. In terms of haunts, it's a ghost.
Yeah.
So this is like a feral ghost with the propensity for hunting as like a xenomorph. Like this thing's fucking not joking around.
So I've got
when it comes to hunting things down.
I've got a book open. I'm like, yes, Revenant, very nasty stuff. And the book is actually like, it has nothing to do with that. I'm like looking at inside. There's like a magazine or something. I'm like, this is the worst thing. And I'm really just cross-referencing my own knowledge. Revenant, very spooky.
Yeah,
yes,
like as we tell you about it.
very deadly, very expensive to deal with. Takes a lot of supplies and
Can I tell that he's
Have you
lying?
danger pay and.
Have you guys ever played The Witcher? Like The Witcher 3?
A bit.
There's vampires in that game, and they look like the vampires in that game. So like this thing looks like I don't know what it's actually called.
I've seen a picture.
A catacan. It's called a catacan. I can bring up let me just add an image here to chat.
I think if you do Witcher 3 bat creature, you get a.
Yeah, I'll bring this one up here for everybody to see as well. But yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's pretty horrifying.
Oh, I'm still in studio mode. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Right? Isn't that pretty horrifying? There we go. So everyone can see it on at home. This is kind of what we're dealing with. Only a little bit more ghost-like, right? But like,
yeah.
That's kind of what we're dealing with, right? Just to give you guys
a
yeah, cool. That's what was chasing you.
So I'm gonna ask my question again then. When he says that it's expensive and
deadly and dangerous and danger pay, high cost of resources and materials.
Can I tell that he's being dishonest with me or not? Because I have looking into a mirror, I can always tell when someone's lying to me.
Yeah, are you being dishonest?
It's not that I'm being dishonest. It's like she can definitely tell that I'm putting on a like a show, right? But I think, especially with the way that her power is worded, it's like when I say this is incredibly deadly and dangerous, those words are absolutely true. I am trying to milk you for every dollar that I can get out of you, but in no way am I lying about the severity of the ghost.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. Yeah, exactly. Like you know all of that, Asteyni. You know how that he's being sincere about how dangerous this is, as well as he's also trying to get money, just as anybody kind of would, right?
Sure, that's fair. I just want to know, it's very expensive, and I'm just like,
yeah, rolling your eyes. Yeah, no, this is definitely up there. So
okay.
I'm like, well, he's the best there is, man. Dale, we should get him. We can pay him later, right? You can take credit. Come on, how long have we known each other, Aedric?
We spent a single semester in a single class together, and then you went off to a different major.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, you guys are at fucking Doskvol University. It's a fucking intro class of for English, and it's 400 students, and it's how long have I known you? And it's just literally one glance across the room, and that's it.
I think I remember that. Yeah, we were in class together, right?
Sorry. It's probably not true, but I love that scene. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's great. Let's go with it.
Right now, even being in my shop is costing me money. You're draining my battery, more or less, keeping out a revenant.
Yeah, your spirit. By the way, your charms subside.
Okay.
We got this business. There's tea and hookers.
Sarah, can you be quiet for a second? Thank you.
And we got tons of money coming in pretty soon.
That tons of money coming in pretty soon doesn't put food on my table.
Well, listen, if you don't want to get paid, then I guess not. I guess we'll have to go
outside right now.
Sarah,
Spooky Joe's discount.
Sarah, can you please stop? You're not helping.
Yes.
Right, fine. I'll shut up.
Perhaps I should talk to the money. I mean the lady.
No, you mean the money. Don't be coy.
I mean the money. Let's talk money.
So what is the going rate for getting rid of a revenant? How do we do it?
You get rid of a revenant the same way you get rid of anything, but it's just harder to do because they are stronger, faster, bigger, and larger. You lash them up, put them into a jar, more or less, easiest way. Of course, they also happen to have giant bat-like claws and appendages, etc., making the entire process very complicated. I mean, if they're after you directly, a trap is always particularly, I don't want to say effective, but I will say less can go wrong than like trying to chase a rat out of a sewer. Sorry, there's a pack of stray dogs in the alleyway next to my apartment. There's nothing I can do about it. Eric?
Yes.
I mean, I've been bullshitting here, but I guess in character I really would know the right amount of money to charge them, wouldn't I?
Whoa. Yeah. It would probably
Also,
be like
the stream's dead.
roll a d4. No, what happened is that I was editing it and I messed up something. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. I'm a professional.
Okay.
That roll a d4.
Is someone rolling a d4?
I think you are.
Okay, I'm
roll
rolling
a d4 for the amount of coin it would cost.
That's not right. There we go. I mean, at least
Wait.
it's at least.
But 1 coin's a lot of money.
Yeah, a one coin is a lot of money to be perfectly reasonable here.
I'm the worst roller ever. All right.
But like, you know, that's what you know it would actually cost. How much you're selling it for to us.
Yeah, right.
All right.
To make a profit, you would sell it for 2. How about that?
Now, at cost, it would be 1 coin. But I don't know Seer that well. I do have to make a bit of a profit.
Like, come on, man.
And especially with danger pay, it would be at least 2.
Oh God, are you gonna fucking pay him in what do you call it? Visibility. You're gonna pay him.
For the posters.
You're gonna pay him in.
Well, I think what I do is I'm like, well,
what's the term? But yeah, sorry.
Marketing.
Yeah, right.
we're gonna cross market.
Yeah. When you like don't pay a musician for like whatever you're doing and be like, oh, but you're getting paid in visibility and stuff.
Oh, so you mean bullshitting? They're gonna pay me in bullshit? That's what they're gonna do?
No, I'm being facetious. Vale, what do you?
What I was going to suggest is I would say, well, we could pay you the 2 coin and just call it that, but why stop there when we could have a business arrangement? We don't have anyone who can handle our ghostly problems on staff, and, well, I could see that being a problem again down the line. And, well, we are in the business of knowing people. We could put you in touch with other wealthy people, our clients at our other business. What is that worth to you?
I think, like, he's sort of got his book open that's got the magazine in it, and he's like turning the page, and he's sort of got like a stone look at you, and then like on cue his stomach gurgles, and he's like, "That's all well and good, knowing people and doing business with people, and I'm sure you have a fun time with that, but I need to use supplies and have supplies and also eat. So we can..."
I am not saying that you would not be paid. I'm saying that you would be paid in more than just money.
Right, sure, that's great. Can I get that on top of also money?
So you're saying now the price is 2 gold and my connections? No, that is ridiculous.
How about 1 gold in your connections?
That I think we can arrange.
Fine. At cost, and also some marketing. At least I can cover the rent. So, let's put together a revenant slaying, hunting, capturing kit. Do please follow me into the back room where you can be a bit more comfortable. I would offer you tea, but I'm fresh out. And I wouldn't trust the water from the wells here.
All right, that's pretty good.
That's really funny because we run a tea house.
Yeah. By the way, do you guys have don't have pictures uploaded into for your characters. Okay, just a side note in the future. Let me know if you guys can find pictures of your characters or like a symbol for you so I can make tokens on the map before we're at.
I have that one picture that I sent you that you have on the overlay.
Yeah, a while ago. I have no idea where that is on my computer. But anyways, don't worry about it. Because I like the idea of using the Doskvol map and updating it more and more with the different things that we've been to. But anyways, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Let me just make a quick little fortune roll.
Yeah. I'm like following into the back room and like putting the thing that I had in my hands back on the shelf.
Okay.
So like the back room is not done up for, marketing purposes. It's much more like a living room. There are bookshelves everywhere, and books that are haphazardly out.
Yeah.
And there is a, coffee table and like a dusty couch and a dusty chair.
You guys, while you guys are like getting comfortable, like you hear the sounds outside of like large beating wings in the distance, like the loud like woof, woof, flapping things, and you hear the sounds of like crumbling stone as something gets like knocked off a roof and like hits the
Jeez.
ground.
Wow, that's a bit more of a revenant than usual. He's got some
Come on, Aedric, are you chickening out? I thought you were the best.
like a sort of stone-faced look at you. It's like, I'm not afraid, because all I have to do is throw you out of my office and I'm safe. You can go find somebody else to bother for 1 gold in connections. Anyway, a deal's a deal. Let's get to work. So, why, again, is this revenant after you? Do you know? Do you have any suspicion?
Well, there was a man who did not like us, and now he's dead. And he may think that we're somehow responsible for that.
I mean, we did like
Sierra, shut up.
slightly.
Right.
I mean, he's gonna help us, right? The deal is made.
The less people that know, the better.
All right.
I mean,
He accidentally
death
fell out of a window
straight to revenant. That's
out at sea.
out at sea. Interesting. Eric, I would like to make some sort of roll about like particularly powerful revenants, or the strategies
Sure.
for dealing with perhaps even my special ability of being able to determine the weaknesses of specific ghosts and monsters and demons.
Okay. So you want to describe for me how you're doing this?
Books. We have time. We're behind a ward. So this is all cross-referencing. This is all the library, the extent of my mentor's research, and
definitely
random accounts from random people, and once at this time the city guard had to deal with a revenant over in the night market, and it was like
this would be controlled standard. So I guess this sounds like you're saying you want to do study, but like it's up to you. I mean, it could be survey, but like this seems like you're using books and stuff like that. It sounds like study. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I believe that the special ability specifies study, as a matter of fact. So yes, I get +1 effect when you study. When I attempt to find this guy's weakness, I get +1 effect. I don't know what that means.
Okay. So that means so remember how I said it was controlled standard?
Yes.
Controlled is the position, which means that in terms of game terms, a controlled position means you're in control, you have a good grasp. Potential failures mean that things could become more risky, or but there's very, very minimal risk of harm coming to you, right? Consequences can occur, but harm itself would probably be rare. Standard effect means you would be achieving sort of like what you sought out to do. A greater effect would be achieving it with style and flourish and something extra. So earning a +1 effect to this, based on the circumstances here, would mean greater effect. So you could great effect. So not only would you know more, but you may be able to get a lot more, a lot more details than what I thought.
All right. So now, if I'm doing study, then I roll 3d6.
Right now, yes. There are some things though that can happen that can augment that if you want to know about it.
Okay. So there are ways to get more dice?
Yes, there are. So right now there's you have 3d6 as your pool, right? Mm-hmm. If you want to improve this pool and have extra dice, remember you're just trying to get at least 1 6, right? 6 means you succeed. Double sixes means that you critted, right?
Okay.
So if you want another die, one way of doing it is one way that's available to you is you can either push yourself, which means you will take 2 stress for 1 die, or you can ask for a devil's bargain, which we're familiar with a little bit about devil's bargains from our Stars podcast. But similarly, something fictionally could happen, and you would gain a die to this pool.
Okay.
But you can't do both. You can't push yourself and take a devil's bargain. You would have to choose one or the other.
Well, also, I could help you if you wanted to lead the group action.
I could also help. I have some in study, so we could all roll and see if that could help you out. Or someone could take stress to give you an extra die.
I don't think that any of that is called for yet, right? Like, the ward isn't in any way failing. We're all just sort of sitting around. I'm just taking my time in my job, doing my job. Like, I'm not going to be like, quick, Seer, go to the bookshelves and start looking through as well because, we're all going to die. Like, I don't think narratively that's called for, so I'm just going to roll my 3d6 at this point.
Sure.
But I am a terrible roller.
Yeah, that's fine.
As evidenced by my inability to succeed.
Well, you got a 5, which isn't bad.
5 is a success.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So a 5 is pretty darn good actually.
So it's not just 6s. You compare to how close to 6 you got as well.
I mean, I factor that in when I play. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's not a make or break thing. Where the hell is my? Somehow, when I restarted my computer, I never grabbed the Quick Start version 7 open. But I don't really need it for this part. What is the question? What is the question that's most on your mind right now that you want to know the answer to?
Most is like the most effective way to defeat a revenant. The most, like, maybe for some ghosts, maybe it is like the spirit jar, but maybe for revenants, it's like actually the best way is to, I don't actually know the full narrative of Blades in the Dark, so I don't know.
I made up a revenant, dude.
Okay. All right. Well, so in this case, like maybe sometimes
case is that electricity is bad for ghosts.
Yes.
Right. So like maybe the best way for revenants is the standard. I have the lightning hook. Maybe it's just get them with the lightning hook and put them in the spirit jar. Or maybe the best way is like, actually, they're super powerful and you need to head to the defense grid. Like, that's pretty much the only thing you can do.
You have it right. You have it right so far as that you learn, going through your books and stuff, to take care of a revenant, and want to keep it away. The standard operation attack procedures apply. But there's a caution, right? There's like, but to see more about revenants, turn to page whatever, and you turn to that page here, and it says that attack. If you are trying to capture a revenant, you should proceed with extreme caution, and that's all it says. It doesn't tell you why.
It's like there's a very important note on page.
Do you want to? So essentially, what I'm doing here is I'm reducing your effect. Well, I guess it would be reducing the effect from greater to standard then, right?
Yeah, I get standard.
So then it says like greater effect and has a little like star thing with a footnote, right? And at the footnote of the page or whatever, it says in order to get they're very dangerous in combat. To get close to it, get it with a lightning hook. It's advised that you research a revenant since they're each different, and find its true names to stun it.
Oh, true name nemesis. Got it. Boom, perfect. Love it. All right. So, everybody, exciting news.
Good news, everybody.
Good news, everyone. We're going revenant hunting. Bad news. We need to know the revenant's true name. Now, there's a man who fell out of a window into the ocean, and it could be him, or it could be a jilted lover, or you could have just been the ones passing through the street when a ghost flew by. So,
sorry, can I adjust this slightly so you know? Because I think this sounds even more fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. A revenant is not just a ghost. It is a ghost that's like, think of Venom from Marvel, right? It's like a symbiote ghost with some other energy attached to it. Either it's like favored from a god, or it's imbued a little bit with a demon or something like that.
Well, do you know what?
In order to use the ghost regular capture stuff, you have to negate that aspect of it, and that aspect requires you knowing its name. So it's not enough to know the name of the ghost. It's the name of the thing that goes along with the ghost. Well, does that make sense? Is that cool?
Yeah, well, so besides just another word for zombie and ghost, the typical, I don't want to jump on you. Again, you're making this up. Typically what a revenant is a ghost who possesses his own body. Like his own zombied body because it's dead. But like that's the quasi thing that a revenant is in some mythos. Not all mythos, obviously, is uniform. Not saying that's what's happening here. But
I'm just going with revenant as the name. I don't really know.
The point is, this is a
good idea, though.
Up ghost, and it's been on the roids, and we can stun it by knowing its true name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I communicate that to the group. Like, do you want to take your chances with that? It's that person that you think it might be, or should we double down and really make sure?
Well, from what you've said, it sounds like knowing his name isn't quite enough.
Well,
we need to know whatever thing is mutating him. There's energy.
Well, so it's the thing that's tainting him. It could be demons. It could be witches. It could be whatever. It could be anything. It's not.
So we'd have to lure it out to study it a bit before we set the actual trap.
Well, look, I take this and I go behind a desk and pull out the lightning hook. I take this and I sort of turn on so it zaps, and then I put the ghost in this, and then I show his spirit jar. That is usually very easy, with all things considered. I'm not particularly nimble, but in this case, it would be like trying to, fish a leviathan out of the sky with a hand spear. The true name produces a stunning effect in the revenant. It completely motionless, completely immobile, completely ineffectual. It's simply the best way to negate the buff that it is currently experiencing. And then make this a simple procedure as it always is. That's more or less what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
So, would you be able to find this stuff out if you saw it, if you studied it, before we actually put ourselves out in danger?
Well, I can't just look at something and figure out what its true name is. We'd have to figure...
What kind of quack?
Oh, I know! Look! This lady with a mask. I'll just stare at her until her true name becomes revealed to me.
But she's a person, and you can ask her name. It's Vale.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's more of an it's a mystery. Who is this man or woman that died and hates you now? That's you have to follow the clues or the breadcrumbs. It's investigatory. You don't just look at them and figure it out. I mean, there are ways to get information like that. It's not worth a coin and look, that's not the point. The point is
You're arguing with a pig in mud. Dude, you're just gonna get yourself dirty arguing with Seer. I love it.
look. You're going to have to as a unit, we're going to have to figure out who is haunting you and why. And then with its true name we can stun him and capture him. And that's the gist of it. That's the end. That's the I mean, if you're super sure that it's this guy who fell out of the window, then we could just walk out the front door right now with the lightning hook and give it a go. Of course, if you're wrong, you will be the one disemboweled, not me.
Well, go on, Sia. What have you got to lose?
His bowels.
Yeah, my bowels. As the doctor explained.
I didn't actually finish the program was canceled. This is neither here nor there. I don't introduce myself as Dr. Aaron for a reason.
Okay. I think at the end of this scene here, we're gonna go on our first break. Because now we got a gist of what's going on. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Cool, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes.